Hey everybody, drilling in the name of here.
So a little while ago I started working on my driller build part 2, which is going to be a tutorial that focused on the EPC, or the Experimental Plasma Charger. But then the notes for update 34 were released, and it seemed like there were going to be some major changes to the EPC, so I thought it might be better to hold off. Now if you look at the notes specific to the EPC, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot there. Moving some stuff around, whatever. The main thing to see here is the change to the heat pipe overclock, which many people use for EPC mining builds. Heat pipe now attributes the heat penalty to charged shots instead of normal shots. This would appear to make it so that charged shots now overheat the EPC and can no longer be used for EPC mining. If you scroll down to the miscellaneous notes, there's another change that is seemingly innocuous but would completely change the function of the EPC if I'm understanding it correctly. Minerals mined with explosions now get a distance proportionate force applied to them so they don't just plop down. Now if this just means that instead of minerals falling directly beneath the vein in a nice neat pile, but are propelled slightly outward from the wall and scatter about a bit, that's fine. And some players testing the experimental build seem to be reporting that it really wasn't that bad.
I mean, how bad could it be? How bad could it be?
So all there really is left to do is to go try it out. Sorry, get really distracted for some reason. Anyway, let's find a nice vein of minerals to finally test this out on. This gold up here looks pretty good. Moment of truth. Oh wow. Oh, that piece kinda took off. Alright, we'll try this one here. Well, that wasn't too bad, though I think the ship kinda blocked that one piece. Alright, how about something a little higher up? Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Get another chunk here. Oh! Okay, that's a little worse. Alright, last part. Oh! Alright, that's gonna be a problem. That is 24 meters away. Wow. I think another one went over here somewhere. Let's see how far away that is. That's 13 meters, and another 13 meters away. Now this is all just in a flat opening room, and this was the result. I'm already questioning the viability of chasing minerals around a big open room in the crystalline caverns, or the cracks and the fire hazards of the magma core, or the dense fauna of the fungus bogs. But I don't know, we're just getting started, so let's keep testing it out. Now in narrow corridors it works fine because everything just bounces off the ceiling and kind of lands where it would anyway, but this is also not where EPC mining was its most effective. It really was at its best when you were hitting some crazy angle on some minerals that were really impractical for anyone but your scout to get. I do get the spirit of this change, but it just looks silly. Now one could argue that the way minerals used to clump together and nicely fall to you is even sillier, but the game actually defines thin containment field as an implosion, so the affected material compacting together actually makes sense.
No, I'll admit it's overpowered, and I'm okay with a change.
But this is just goofy. The direction and the velocity both seem completely random, and it's just so over the top.
Now just to make my opinion on this clear, this is not the challenge of the game. This is the mundane portion of the game.
The challenge is managing swarms, completing objectives, and working together as a team. Put it this way, I don't think many people play The Sims because they love having to make their Sims eat.
Now obviously I'm not saying we shouldn't have to mine, it's what we do. I'm just saying that something that quickens the mundane portion of the game so that you can get back to the exciting portion of the game shouldn't be seen as some crime against dwarven kind. Oh, and also, if you don't like EPC mining, just don't do it.
Alright, enough complaining about the nerf, let's talk about some alternative solutions. Now in my opinion, there are really two possible solutions here. Either reduce the mineral blast radius, or make the charge shot more difficult to hit. The first option is just a nerf of the nerf, meaning a toned down version of the current solution. Instead of minerals being able to fly 20 plus meters across the cave, maybe cap the max air distance of each individual piece at 10 meters where they will then drop to the floor. As for making the charge shot more difficult to hit, I think one option is to have a modifier to thin containment field where the diameter of the charge shot shrinks as it travels. Now some would argue that would still be too easy as your reticle stays centered, so another option would be a modifier to TCF where there's a small recoil penalty to a charge shot where you'd have to manually recenter your aim to hit the charge shot. Any and all of these changes would be a fair balance to the balance that I'd be more than happy with adjusting to, but as it stands, EPC mining really has been unfairly put to death. And that is a real shame. Rest in peace.